My contract with the American voter begins with a plan to end the rampant government corruption and put the special interests out of business. We're going to do it. I understand it. I understand it. I understand it very well. I want everyone in Washington to hear and to heed the words that we all say together. If we win on November 8th, we are going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. We're draining the swamp. On my first day in office, my administration will immediately pursue the following 6 measures to make our government honest once again. First, a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on all members of Congress. Second, a hiring freeze on all non-essential federal employees, and that does not include the military, believe me. Third, a requirement that for every new federal regulation, 2 existing regulations must be eliminated. Regulations are putting us out of business. Fourth, a 5-year ban on White House and congressional officials becoming lobbyists after they leave government service. They're making a fortune. They control government. Fifth, a lifetime ban on White House officials lobbying on behalf of a foreign government. How simple. And sixth, a complete ban on foreign lobbyists raising money for American elections. On the same day, I will begin taking the following 7 actions to protect American workers. Our jobs are being stolen. First, I will announce, I love you too, my intention to renegotiate NAFTA, the worst economic trade deal ever signed in the history of the world also, or withdraw from the deal and we'll start something that's going to be much, much better. Second, I will announce our withdrawal from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a disaster. A disaster. Third, I will direct my Secretary of the Treasury to label China a currency manipulator. They are, they know it. I have a great relationship with China. I've made a lot of money with China, but you know what? They know. They told me. That's how they do it. It's the single greatest tool they have, currency manipulation, and they're grandmasters. They do a great job. I congratulate them. I'm not angry at China. I'm angry at our country for allowing them to do it, okay? I'm not angry at China. Fourth, I will direct the Secretary of Commerce and U.S. Trade Representative to use every tool under American and international law to end foreign trade abuses that hurt the American worker, of which there are many things. Fifth, I will lift the restrictions on the production of shale, oil, natural gas, and clean oil. We will also put our miners back to work, and we will develop clean coal. Our miners have been treated badly. Clean coal. Sixth, approve vital energy infrastructure projects like the Keystone Pipeline. A lot of jobs, a lot of good things. Seventh, cancel billions in payments to UN climate change programs. Now, think of this. We pay billions and use the money to fix America's water and environmental infrastructure, not throw it out the window. Additionally, on the first day, I will take the following 5 actions to restore security and the constitutional rule of law. And I just met with your great sheriffs and your great law enforcement people and your firefighters, your first responders. These are great people. These are great people. First, cancel every unconstitutional executive action or executive order, memorandum issued by President Obama. Where are he and Michelle campaigning today? Where are they? Wouldn't you rather see them, like, in that White House figuring out how to knock the hell out of ISIS? Wouldn't you rather have them in the White House, like, working hard so that Mexico stops stealing our companies and therefore our jobs? Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if they could come up with a great health care program instead of one where your numbers are 70, 80, even 90% more than they were just recently? You know, you have increases in Obamacare that are going through the roof. It's out of control. By the way, just so you understand, it's a dead program. It's unaffordable. Hillary wants to throw more money at it to keep it going. It's a dead program, and it's putting our businesses out. I'd love to see him in the White House working instead of campaigning for crooked Hillary Clinton. I'll be honest. Remember what he said? Donald Trump will never win the Republican primary. He will never do that. Sorry. He will never win. We got the most votes in the history of the Republican primary system, over 14 million votes. 42 states. Second, begin the process of selecting a replacement for Justice Scalia, great man, from one of the 20 judges on my list who will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. Third, cancel all federal funding to sanctuary cities. How bad is that? Fourth, begin swiftly to remove all criminal aliens from our country. Fifth, suspend immigration from terror-prone regions where vetting cannot safely occur, including the suppression of the Syrian refugee program, which Hillary Clinton wants to expand by 550% over the thousands and thousands of people that are already coming in. We know nothing about them. That'll be the next great Trojan horse. You watch what happens. Next, I'll work with Congress to introduce the following legislative measures and fight for their passage within the first 100 days of my administration. We'll get it passed. Middle Class Tax Relief and Simplification Act in our nation. We're going to end the Offshoring Act. That's what it's called. End the Offshoring Act. Establish tariffs to stop companies from laying off their workers and relocating to other countries, then selling their product back into our country with no tax, no consequence, no retribution. There'll be a 35% tax and they'll never leave our country. Believe me. American Infrastructure Act. $1 trillion in public-private infrastructure investment. Our infrastructure is going to hell. Tremendous percentages of bridges are, they say, virtually ready to fall down. Our country, think of it. Obama has doubled our national debt to $20 trillion. He's added $10 trillion in just 7.5 years. Now, here's the problem. It'd be one thing if the country was in tippy-top shape. The roads are beautiful, the highways are beautiful, the tunnels, the schools, the hospital. Our country's a mess. Our infrastructure is falling apart, and we owe $20 trillion. It takes this kind of a mind to figure that one out because it's a mess. School Choice and Education Opportunity Act gives parents the right to send their kids to the school of their choice. It's great. Choice is important. And we're going to end Common Core and bring education local. Then we